Hey everybody, this is TJR.
And this is Superfan.
And a while back, you might remember that I posted a video, an unboxing of ZZ Top, this box set from Rhino Records, which was their first 5 albums as Rhino high fidelity pressings. It was limited edition and numbered. And of course, after the box sold out, they released all of the high fidelity pressings as separate LPs. You could buy them separately if you wanted to. I wanted to get the box, of course. And a few days ago, I got an email from Rhino saying that they were putting out the next box set in the ZZ Top discography, which would be the next 5 albums. And this arrived today. I've already opened up the box here because I just don't want to struggle with that on camera. Hope you don't mind. You may notice that this original set has the old school ZZ Top logo on it. I'm trying to hold this so you can see it okay without too much reflection. And it's in this kind of, imitation leather cover. Yeah, simulated leather. So this one here, just like the last one, the box actually had that logo on it, and this one here has the more modern logo that you might remember from the 80s. And of course, both of these are called From the Top, and this one here is 1979, here it says here, to 1990. And no, I can't read backwards. Anyways though, just like the last one here, it comes really securely packaged here with a little opening here. And we're going to pull this one out now.
Very fancy.
Yes, indeed. Let's just pull that out here. We'll put this back in. I was thinking that maybe when we go to Japan later, this box here, if I break it down, I could pack it in the suitcase, and then if I do buy used LPs in Japan, I can pack them in this, depending on whether I decide to ship them or not, or whether I decide to perhaps pack the box in the suitcase. We'll see what happens. Anyhow, though, so here is ZZ Top, From the Top. This is wrapped in shrink wrap here. And again, these are all Rhino high fidelity pressings. This includes the albums Digueo, El Loco, Eliminator, Afterburner, and Recycler. We're gonna go ahead and break the shrink wrap here. And this one also has this kind of
leathery.
Yeah, leather simulation look to it. It doesn't feel like leather, but it's got that simulated look to it. And of course, sporting the more modern ZZ Top logo. I'm saying modern, but I mean, this was back in the 80s. When they were having second generation logo, yeah, when they were having all that just huge success with basically the way they had modernized their sound for the 80s.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, Billy Gibbons talks about going to see Depeche Mode at one of their shows and being very inspired by them. And he talked about this. It was on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Awards ceremonies, which I know Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, everybody hates it, says it's a joke and everything. And I'm just going to adjust the camera there. There we go. Everybody says it's a joke. And I get the criticisms about the Rock Hall of Fame. I get it. But that doesn't mean there aren't fun things to watch.
The performances are still worth watching.
Yeah, the performances are still worth watching. And also some of the commentaries.
The inductions. The
induction commentaries, one of them being from Billy Gibbons, talking about his encounter with Depeche Mode when they were being inducted and how they influenced ZZ Top, or I should say Billy Gibbons, to experiment with not only synthesizers, but also sequencers and loops. And that had a lot to do with their 80s success. And he actually went, apparently from what he says, he went backstage, talked to them and said, hey, I'm going to be experimenting with synthesizers and sequencers and all that. So anyways, though.
And it worked out well for them, very well.
It did work out. They had a huge commercial success. Yeah.
Bigger than ever.
Bigger than ever, yes. So here is the the box set right here. I'll give you a look at it here. There it is. Just like with all these other previous ones they've done, like with the Doors, after the numbered set sells out, and this is limited to 3,000, just like the first set, they will, of course, release these albums separately. And these are all Rhino high fidelity pressings. And let's go ahead, we're going to pull out the first one here, which is my favorite ZZ Top album of all time, Digueo. They all have, of course, these obi strips here, and they'll all say the same thing here. 180-gram vinyl cut from the original analog master tapes by Kevin Gray at Coherent Audio. Press adoptable media, heavyweight gatefold jacket. Includes exclusive insert with insights from Billy F. Gibbons in a QA with James Austin, limited edition. Of course, like I said, they will release all of these again. This is what they've always done, unnumbered. Same exact pressings, no difference in sound quality or anything, you know. Same price too. Whether you bought them all separately or whether you bought the box set, it's the same price. And I appreciate that they do that they don't, because there might be more fans that want this that can buy the set or can't buy them all at once, maybe want to buy them separately. I did kind of almost think to myself, maybe I will pass on the box this time and just get, you know, the albums separately, but
I made him do it.
she made me do it, yeah.
You're holding it upside down.
Oh, you're right, I am. There we go.
Get it right.
This is very high gloss, and it's a gatefold. Here we go. The original was not a gatefold. This is normally what was on the original sleeve here. So they've just converted that to gatefold instead. And I won't pull out every single album. None of these are on colored vinyl, by the way. They're all on black vinyl. I'll pull out this one.
Black like your heart.
Oh, very funny. And yeah, here we go. Of course, these have the Rhino high fidelity label. And I've been extremely pleased with all of these Rhino high fidelity pressings. They all sound absolutely fantastic. And most of the people that I've listened to on the internet who talk about these, they say the same thing. There was the Doors box set, which I didn't find out about until it was too late and it was sold out. And I was like, oh, well, I would have liked to have gotten it with the box, but I know they'll re-release them afterwards separately. And that's exactly what they did. And I bought them separately, but I still would, sorry, I missed out on the box. I didn't get any email. I got an email about this one telling me that, okay, we're accepting pre-orders now, but I didn't get any email on that Doors one for whatever reason. I have no idea.
It was, you got lucky.
Yeah. Anyways, though, I have a feeling this one, the first ZZ Top set sold out fast. I don't know if this one will sell out as quickly. I don't know how much, if there is more interest in the older albums versus the later albums. I have no idea.
You would think that there would be more interest in these albums given the commercial success.
Possibly, but it might be that more people have them for that reason too. I'm
but
going to hand this.
At that point, it would have been.
Yeah.
People would have had it on. They would have purchased the vinyl probably.
Yeah.
And then or cassette.
Yeah.
And then picked it up later on CD and let the CD, the cassette or the vinyl go.
It's possible. I'm going to hand this off to you here so that you can just, because it is very tight, and I don't want to be struggling with that on camera. We'll look at the rest of the albums here, but of course, you're probably familiar with these if you're watching this video. Here is El Loco. Very high gloss. Gatefold. There we go. And Obi strip. And these all say the same thing, these Obi strips here. There we go. And of course, I also should mention that they all come with like an insert. I'll pull the insert out of this one here, since you had that other one. They all come with these inserts that include exclusive listener notes. Right here.
Liner notes, you mean?
Yeah, sometimes they're called listener notes. They're the same thing. It means the same thing. This here says, includes exclusive insert with insights from Billy F. Gibbons and Q&A with James Austin. They all say the same thing. So they just kind of, I'm sure they just sit there and they just do these interviews together. This has a little cardboard insert. I'm guessing this came with the original. This little cardboard insert here, or a very light cardboard. And, but yeah, they all kind of come with these, these photographs of the tape box, the original tape box, because that's what they source these from. So they compress them, and then of course have these little interviews where they discuss the album. And let's go ahead here. I'm gonna put these back in here. They're not quite as hard as the LP. These sleeves are tight. Yeah, you're still working on that one.
I am.
What I'm gonna probably do,
I'm trying to stop myself.
If you're having too much trouble, just leave it out. Because you know what I'm gonna do, of course. I'm going to put these in like a little sleeve, and I'm going to put the records, either between the gatefold or on the back.
On the back. You don't want to put pressure on the gatefold either.
Oh, okay. So that I can have easy access to the record.
Okay.
But yeah, but this one here, whoo boy. Even putting back these little inserts here is kind of tough. I wish they'd make these sleeves just a tiny bit looser.
Well, I think the thought process is that it's going to loosen up over time.
Yeah, I guess so.
And they want to
start them from a place where they're not already loose. Yeah.
Exactly.
You can hand that one back to me. Yeah, if it's giving you that much trouble, just hand it back to me.
It is giving me that much trouble. You can.
Yeah, this is kind of the one thing with all these Rhino high fidelity releases. These sleeves are so tight, they are hard to get back in. And so, but again, I'll put it in its own protective sleeve, and then I'll put this behind it, and then it's easy access for the record. And there we go.
And yeah, I mean, maybe they're that kind of frugal that they're trying to save the fraction of the penny for the paper.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I know. That's why I'm saying it's a fraction of the penny.
Yeah. Here, of course, is Eliminator. And we'll take the OB off here. There we go. And of course, monster hit album for them. Give Me All Your Lovin', Legs, Under Pressure, Sharp Dressed Man. Huge album for them. Interior. Gatefold. I'll take a look at this myself here. Yeah. And of course, everybody who grew up at the beginning of the MTV era remembers all those musical videos they did.
Even if they want to forget them.
There we go. I think there might have been some rock fans or ZZ Top fans that maybe didn't like that direction they went in, where they had more of the synthesizers and that sort of thing. But I think they still maintained their rock and blues roots through it. This one is Afterburner, and the car is now a spaceship. Back cover, and we'll take a look at the interior. Here we go. Greasy rock and roll musicians. And then finally here, we have the last one here in the set, Recycler. Just put that OB strip away. Here it is. And we'll open this one up here. And honestly, this is one that I've never had previously. And so it's one I don't think I'm not probably all that familiar with. Let me look at the tracks real quick here. And yeah. No, I don't recognize any of these here. So yeah, this is one I have not heard. And I know I didn't previously own it. So yeah, should be cool. And I've actually listened to a number of albums after this period that I have by ZZ Top, which I think are all really good albums. Albums like Antenna and Rhythmine, very good, solid albums. And I don't think if they do another set, I don't think any of those albums may not have ever gotten a vinyl release. They may have just been CD only.
Yeah.
especially the last album they did together. You know, it may have come out limited on vinyl. I don't know. But I remember, if it's the one I'm thinking of, and I can't think of the title, the last album they did, Rick Rubin produced it. And I just remember thinking it sounded really overcompressed, and in a bad way, to where it kind of drained the life out of it.
Yeah.
And
that was a thing.
Yeah, that was a thing then. And so if that one were to be re-released on vinyl, from the original master tapes, if they were still recording on analog tape at that point,
you're gonna buy the next box.
We'll see. But I mean, if they were like, say, if that were to be part of it, if that album were to be part of it, that last one, if it were to be released on vinyl and I don't even know if they even recorded it on analog tape at that point, but if they at least went back to the original digital files and backed off that compression.
Yeah.
Because I remember
that was something they did in the mix. So
it was something. I remember it was just very slamming and not as bad as, say, Death Magnetic by Metallica, but it was still to the point where it just felt boring to listen to.
Yeah, it took all the life out of it.
Yeah, it just squeezed the life out of it, compressed the life out of it. So, you know, that would, I don't know if they'll go there. I don't know if they, you know, the thing is they have to feel that there's enough interest, you know, from fans to want to purchase it. But if they were to re-release that last album, and I don't know why I can't think of the title of it right now, because I remember I bought it on CD. And I remember I listened to it a number of times, and I was just like, wow, I'm sure this is a good album, but it just feels way overcompressed and lifeless. And if they were to go back and remaster it and re-release it and back off on that compression, I'm sure it would be a different experience. I'm really sure it would. At least I hope it would. Anyways, though, but that's From the Top. Volume 2, as I'm calling it, 1979 to 1990. And these are the LPs. I'm going to have fun rediscovering these albums again through these LPs and hearing stuff maybe that I haven't heard before. I'm going to have some fun with that and listening to these. And of course, the reputation of these Rhino High Fidelity releases has been solid.
Was it, I have a listing here of the albums. Uh-huh. Was it Texicali?
Again, I can't remember. I would have to look at the cover, and then I could tell you if I looked at the cover. But that may very well be it. That's not it. That's not the one. Of course, they may have released something afterwards that maybe I just wasn't aware of. I don't claim to know everything, you know. But I'm pretty sure there was an album that I'm pretty sure was their last release together that was produced by Rick Rubin. And I remember it was just really overly compressed, you know. I think they have released maybe some compilations since then as well, possibly.
Yeah.
And that might be a compilation there that you're looking at. I don't know.
Rancho Texicano?
That looks like a compilation.
Oh, okay.
That's a compilation, I'm pretty sure. And don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm sure that the internet will inform us soon enough in the comments section, hopefully. But anyways, here it is. Are you getting this? Have you heard it? Let us know your thoughts. Do you plan on getting the album separately or picking and choosing? That's it right there. That's
La Futura.
La Futura. There you go. That's right.
I want to beat the internet at their game.
Yes, you have. You
wacky people, you.
You have taken away their thunder. Now, you have stolen their thunder. They can't now.
They'll find something else
and say, "Hey, you bad YouTuber, you got it. You couldn't remember.
It took you too long.
It took you too long. It's this." You know. Anyways, that's my latest angry internet voice. Every time I read nasty comments, I could do a whole video on nasty comments where I read them in the voice that I hear when I read them, because every time I read them, I always hear these kind of funny, goofy, dumb voices whenever I read them.
Oh, there's so much a video in that.
Yeah, I think there is. Anyhow, though, thanks everybody for watching. As always, if you like these videos, be sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so you never miss a video. And a big thank you to you, patron supporters. You are fierce and mighty. And patron supporters do receive content not available on this channel. And what was that for?
He decided to join us.
Oh, you threw him over here. He didn't decide to join us. You threw him over here. Here's our little guy. Anyways, missing in action. He's back.
He was in timeout. Let's be honest.
All right. I don't know. I might have to put you in timeout if you keep misbehaving during these videos. Anyways, though, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.